Hey, friends out there, this is Thursday, March 24th, 2022, and it is just about 5:47 in the morning here in Northern California. And as usual, I'll talk about a few different things today. I hope everybody's determined to hang in there. You know, life's good, right? It's nice to be alive. And nobody should change your mind about that. That's a decision we all have to make. It's our individual prerogative to decide that life's good. Sucky, yeah, it's a sucky world we live in. There's a lot of distress to be had out there, you know. But, I hope people find a way to keep their chin up and be optimistic in the big picture, in the long run. Things are going to work out, especially for the righteous, for the meek, for the pure in heart, for those that really and truly want the very best for humanity. They want God's will accomplished on earth, realized, actualized, finalized. And it's going to look one whole hell of a lot different, thank God. Because, I think of three things right off the top that have me really bugged lately. And this inflation thing, this runaway inflation, man, I've had to watch it creeping up my whole life. I've been paying attention, that's all. I'm no smarter than anybody else. But, I tell you what, man, I think it's foolish of us to not pay attention to what's going on around us and the stupidity of it all, the illogic, that sick logic that is crammed down our throats. My whole life, okay, this has been a long, gradual process of the debasement of our currency. And it started with the assassination of JFK. He wouldn't have allowed this. It couldn't have happened. A whole slew of checks and balances could have prevented this crap from happening. I'm constantly pointing out the Federal Labor Department's culpability in this. They alone, that agency alone, in looking after the interests of the federal minimum wage worker, could have prevented any inflation. Period. Period. Any inflation. Once they established a standard of living that was promised to the bottom end workers out there, every bit as important as any other freaking worker out there. You got it? Get that through your head. If you're delusional, okay, just imagine the world's going to go on fine without whatever job you do. Okay, about the same as it is right now. We know that. If any one of us fell off the face of the earth, things are going to go on just about like they have been. None of us are so important. Have you heard of anybody dying and all of a sudden the world came to, this person died, now the whole world's distressed, what are we going to do? No, nobody's job is any more important than a federal minimum wage worker's job. Please understand that. So there's absolutely nothing wrong, but everything right about the Federal Labor Department protecting the standard of living that was promised to the low-end workers at the inception, at the establishment of the federal minimum wage law mandate, whereby it was illegal for any master, any boss, any employer to pay his employee a substandard, a sub-living standard wage. Period. End of story. You got that? And it was based on a number of hours, right? You understand? So that was the bottom end. You were guaranteed a middle-class life. A homeowner, you were going to be a homeowner. You were going to have disposable income. You could be married with children and only one person needed to work in the household. If you both wanted to work, great. You're living an upper middle-class life if you want. Or you got money to give to charity, give away to family, money to burn, money to save, whatever. But the worth of your money is supposed to go up, not down. That's if things were truly organically capitalistic. In other words, they involve supply and demand. And as we, as a purportedly civilized society, find easier and easier methods to produce all our wants and needs, it stands to logic that the cost of things is supposed to go down, and that is why. For that reason, excuse me, and that reason alone, your cost of living is to be in decline. So, in other words, the worth of your money continues to go up. We can all see where that leads to absolute, universal financial security, financial freedom, which is antithetical to what the evil men in control want, the ones that control the purse strings, and these uppermost politicians that rubber stamp the whims of these people. Oh, you got to go into debt. You can't have the price of houses go down. Oh, heavens to Betsy. Yeah. Right? Oh, right. That'd be terrible. Well, fit. That's the bankster's money now. They said, hey, our house is worth, I don't say it's worth 100,000, but I paid for it. That house is worth 500,000 because I say so. I'm the banker loaning the money. Well, heck, if they default, I lose my money. So I'm going to protect that price. You'll pay less? No way. More. Only more. It can only go up. You know, just they sicken me to my core. So that's been bugging me a lot, distressing me, weighing on me. When I got to listen to this damn mainstream media, and when you know they lie about one thing, you just parrot from the top some meme that comes down that their boss, you watch it, you better parrot this meme or that's your paycheck you'll lose. And you better not talk about this thing or that's your paycheck you'll lose, because thus saith the grand minion at the top, the money master of misery. And because I was told from upper echelons there this is the news we spew. So when you know for a matter of fact you can't trust them on one thing, why should we believe them on anything? I mean, sure, car accidents and the fires, and sure, we'll believe them on that crap. But when it comes to anything else political or financial, money-wise, don't believe anything you hear. It's all BS, man, based on nonsense, madness, liars, man, disingenuous people that say, hey, but I got to earn a paycheck. I got a family to take care of. I need money, and some of these jobs are very lucrative. I mean, especially if you reach the level of, some of these like Lester Holt or something, right? You're going to be making bank, celebrity status, as if there's a shortage of these people, right? Isn't that the whole premise behind cheating minimum wage workers? Well, there are an abundance of these people. They're unskilled, uneducated. They're everywhere. They're a dime a dozen, man. Everybody's a dime a dozen, friends. I mean, if you're going to be elitist, you're on the highway to hell. I'm sorry. But even if you're a mini elitist and your heart is impure, you do not behold the values of your owner, the Creator God Almighty, then you're off track. And I'm sorry, but we're pissing God off. I feel sorry for people, but it goes way beyond that. I mean, I'm getting to the point where I'm scared for people. I'm scared for myself. And what scares me at the core is evil men and the evil goings on that are left unchecked, that society at large isn't seeing. But if you feel like you're enlightened, you go, oh my God, don't people see? Don't see, this can't end well. This runaway inflation, the debasement of our currency, they keep telling us we need to accept. They won't tell how we're going to ever get a commensurate pay adjustment, how we're ever going to make enough money without being blamed for the inflation. But like I point out over and over, it's cause and effect. It's not a question of what came first, the chicken or the egg. We know what came first. Something increased in price, and it led to a chain reaction, a ripple effect, whereby everything else started going up, and the cost for services goes up. So all it takes is one commodity we can't get away from, like housing, all right? And we're all screwed because it's going to cause your food to go up. It's going to cause your energy prices to go up. It's going to cause everything to go up. It's currency debasement. Your money is worth less. And it's not capitalism. Capitalism, people don't understand it, but you got to inject supply and demand. And once you do that, you go, wow, I see how organically your money should increase in worth, not decrease. I see why things should get cheaper. I get it. But yet you think evil men want the mainstream media informing you on such basic questions that are profoundly valuable knowledge. We want this information. This is very relevant. We need it. We want it. We want to be educated and empowered with that knowledge so we can speak with confidence instead of, like idiots that are confused the way they want us, discombobulated, lacking confidence, lacking knowledge. God, we're a screwed up species, man. Only God can pull us out of this thing, man, because we're in a heap of trouble. I mean, gas prices, we could all conceive of them going back down to $4 a gallon maybe, but, it's hard for us to conceive our rent going from $1,000 to $500, right? Or less what it needs to be. I mean, how much do you clear on a federal minimum wage job? What are landlords thinking? Where do you expect them to get the money? They got to go beg for welfare. They're working their ass off day in and day out, sun up to sundown sometimes of the year, and you expect them to have to go get welfare? That's what you want, landlords? You're okay with that? That's living by the golden rule? That's what you would do to your own children? You understand? So, I mean, God almighty, if people just live by the golden rule, they're not. The laws, what are you going to just respect the laws of man? They're so utterly full of BS. It's legal to be a racist. You can use racist slurs all day long out there in society. You're never going to get arrested for it, hurting somebody's feelings. But yet we all know that's, oh my God, the consternation. So there's all kinds of little nuances in society like